Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. I know I got some chance to hang out with some friends on Sunday and on Monday and did the bridge walk, and that was really refreshing and fun. It was just a nice change of pace, but I'll be honest, I woke up this morning very frustrated and very discouraged. There's just some things in life, and that happens to all of us, that aren't lining up quite like I wanted to, or aren't panning out quite the way I wanted to, and I'm in a different position right now in life and not able to help the way that I really want to, and I was just kind of going to Jesus. I was desperately seeking Jesus this morning. I'm like, God, I just gotta meet with you. I honestly didn't think this was gonna happen. I'm like, I don't care about anything else. I just have to have a word from you, because I'm so discouraged and I know obviously it's my attitude, and I'm not getting perspective on this, and I just pray that you help me. And I'm so thankful that we serve a God who, when you come to him and you seek wisdom, his word truly says, if you seek it with all your heart, you're going to find it. And he revealed that to me this morning, and obviously I was a little bit slow on the draw on this one. He showed it to me, and I didn't get it till I was processing it later. And then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So in all my discouragement and in the things that the injustices, the things going on around me, the things that I can't help with, the things that I'm unable to participate in right now because of my obligations, anyway, it just brought me to a point of utter despair. Honestly, I just woke up just like, how am I gonna be useful to you? What can I do? And there's just so many limitations right now. And God just kind of through a series of reading through scripture led me to this story, and it's in Mark 14, 3 through 9, and it's just a short passage about Jesus being anointed at Bethany. And I'll just read it. And while he was at Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, and he was reclining at the table, a woman came with an alabaster flask of ointment of pure nard, very costly, and she broke the flask and poured it over his head. There were some who said to themselves indignantly, why was that ointment wasted like that? For this ointment could have been sold for more than 300 denarii and given to the poor. And they scolded her. But Jesus said, leave her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has done a beautiful thing to me. For you always have the poor with you, and whenever you want, you can do good for them. But you will not always have me. She has done what she could. She has anointed my body beforehand for burial. And truly I say to you, wherever the gospel is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will be told in memory of her. And I read that, and I was just like, I don't get it. I mean, I get what she did, and it was beautiful, and it was, she took this perfume that she had, which is like 300 days worth of wages, when you look into it a little bit, and poured it out over Jesus. But I don't get it. And then it just kind of dawned on me. I looked in a couple of different versions at this part, and it says she has done what she could. And I looked in the King James, and I looked at the ASV just to see if they had any different wording. And it was said the same thing. She has done what she could. You know what? God knows our limitations. We don't, he knows that we're human and that we have such limited energy, resources. We can't be everywhere at once, right? And I just thought, that just hit me like, okay, you know what? God saw her. Jesus saw her heart. He saw that she was doing what she could with what she had. And that's what he expects of us. He doesn't expect less, right? He expects us to give our best. But he also understands that she did what she could. And that honored him, because she, put forth her effort with what she had. And I just thought, there's so much beauty in that. And it just stilled my heart, like, okay, God, I'll quit striving, and I'll let you open the doors that you need to open. And I'm going to do what I can with the resources and the time and the energy that I have. And it was just a calming sense, like, okay, the frustration just melts, because all of a sudden the pressure's off me, right? The pressure that I was putting on myself is off me, and it's back in God's court. God, you know that I'm using what I have for you, and help me to do that in a way that's being a good steward of what I have, my time, my talent, my ability. But I'm going to do what I can and leave the rest up to you, and not get frustrated with this. And I just pray that blesses somebody somewhere that was frustrated with there's so much need that is around us, and there's so much little that we feel like we can do. But just give him your best, do what you can, right? And leave the rest to him, because that's his responsibility, not mine. And when I take God's responsibility on me, I'm going to get frustrated, and I'm going to lose perspective. So I'm thankful for a God who puts things back in perspective. And I just pray that today that you do with what you have, what you can, right, for his glory and his honor. You keep fighting the good fight, and Lord willing, we'll see you at the end of the week. God bless.